What's up everyone, welcome to Heroes Avenue. My name is Darren and today we're going to be comparing Deathstroke because Deathstroke is going to be appearing in the Titan show on DC Universe app, and we've already had up to 3 iterations of Deathstroke, live action Deathstrokes, and I want to do a comparison and see what the differences are, and we could obviously tell the budget on how much budget goes into these costumes, because you can tell some of these are really cheap, but when it's actually recorded on TV you can't really tell. So first, we're gonna start off with the first one, which is the Arrowverse Deathstroke. And here I got a photo of Deathstroke right here. And right off the bat, I mean, you know, normally when we see Deathstroke, it's normally at nighttime, so we don't get to really see the small details that we're looking at right now in this photo, because it's like in daytime. But you can obviously tell this guy is wearing a full-on jacket and pantsuit. I'm assuming these are like, I think it's like a windbreaker jacket, windbreaker pants. Looks like leather pants actually. It might be leather jacket as well. But to me, after looking at all the other costumes, this seems to be the cheapest one, just because it's on a TV show on the CW and they do have a limited amount of budget. I don't know if there's a limit to the DC Universe budget, but for sure the CW has a budget. And this one looks kind of silly to me, because I mean, like I said, because we're looking at it at daytime, you can't really tell the small details. But if you look at the arms, like the shoulder pad as well, it looks really cheap. It looks like he made it out of his kitchen. Looks like the shoulder pad, on the black shoulder pad on his shoulders, look like it's cut from like a plastic pot or plastic pan at least. It even has like the grilling marks on the outside of it. And then the bullets on that pad, they're supposed to look like bullets. They look like Nerf gun bullets, and it looks really cheap. And yeah, you know we're used to seeing Deathstroke, rocking the black, blue, or some blue and orange. And here he's utilizing the blue as the armor, and as you can tell, the armor is just covering his chest area. And on top of his chest armor, or his chest vest, is his ammo, his extra ammo. This looks pretty large. Like, his bullets to me doesn't look practical. I don't know what bullets those are for, because he doesn't carry any weapon that would be able to carry that ammo, unless it's a bomb, right? Most likely it's a bomb that he uses and throws. But it looks, I don't know, it looks really tacky. And the helmet itself, let's just talk about the helmet. Totally forgot about that. Helmet, when I first saw it on TV, I thought it looked badass, honestly. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna bring on Deathstroke on TV, holy shit. And then when they actually brought him out, I thought it was really good. But seeing this photo in daylight, man, daylight with this Deathstroke character doesn't do him justice at all, because his helmet looks really cheap. It looks like you could buy it from a Halloween store. It looks really bad. And as you could also see, he has like this orange neck brace that he has around his neck. That looks kind of weird. I wonder what that is. Maybe it's just like a turtleneck of some sort. And then we could see the ninja sword that he carries around. No problem with that. But overall, I think it's a very solid suit for a TV show, with a small budget. But it looks really cheap during the day, so I'm really glad that they shoot most of his scenes at night, because you don't get to really see all this. And this looks like a straight up costume, Halloween costume, that is made from like Home Depot, to say the least, right? Probably not my favorite one out of the bunch, but it's definitely doable. And with this, he's obviously covering his right eye. As we're gonna progress, there's this one suit where he's not covering his right eye, where the black is, and that's pretty interesting. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Justice League Joe Manganiello costume of Deathstroke. Here we go. And this is the one that got everyone hyped, because this is totally unexpected. This is back when Ben Affleck was supposed to direct the Batman, and I guess during Justice League shooting, he had he already created the Deathstroke suit because Deathstroke was supposed to be the main antagonist in there in his movie. And Joe Manganiello was rocking the suit surprisingly, and just leaked this footage, or not leaked it, but he released it for all the fans because, you know, Ben Affleck is a huge Batman fan, and this is the suit we got. Huge upgrade from the TV suit, and then we're gonna move over to what we saw in the Justice League, the official one, and as you could tell, super upgrade. The chest, the armor does not look like it's made from Home Depot. It looks like real armor, and it looks like it took some time for him to put it on. Looks like it's all bulletproof. Looks like the armor, the shoulder pads, the chest, the stomach area, all looks very thick. And as you can tell, there's also like this collarbone area right below his chin of Joe Manganiello. That looks very sturdy and looks like you can't even break it. So this one looks really good. And the shoulder pads where there's weapons or it looks like a bomb, those look like actual bombs or some canister where it's like a smoke canister. That looks a lot more practical than what we saw in the CW one. And the sword looks honestly the handle of the sword in this one looks like a kitchen knife handle. Right, it does look like a kitchen knife handle, even though I know it's probably a ninja sword, but yeah. And then below his suit, below his armor, it looks like a like a I don't know, fit or Nike fit black suit that he puts on. Looks really warm. I'm sure it's very padded in there. I'm sure his suit is definitely padded. Unless Joe Manganiello is really that ripped. I don't know. But I totally love his casting. I thought he was really perfect for Deathstroke. I'm very sad to see him go. I don't know what's gonna happen with that project. So yeah. And also with his suit, you could tell you know, his Deathstroke has gone through many battles. There are damage marks, there's some scratch marks, as you can see on his shoulder pads, his chest pad as well. It looks like it's scratched off. It's you know, some of the orange is scratched off, and you can see the silver underneath. And this one, it doesn't look like there's any blue. It's just straight black and orange. I love that. Looks straight up ninja style stealth, right? He looks really badass. I love it. And then I found this nice little fan art of Deathstroke. It's kind of more of a high quality version of his head helmet. That's what I wanted to really portray or to show. And you can see here, based off the Ben Affleck footage and this fan art, you could see that the right eye is covered in this one, and the left eye is covered as well. And one thing I really liked about his Deathstroke, it has the little string in the back of his helmet. I don't know what that string is meant for, but it's a really great signature for his character, and I truly love it. I don't know what it's for, but it may not even be practical, honestly, because you could easily pull that and just, like, you know, slice his head. But yeah, I love that little detail that Ben Affleck was able to put in there. So yeah, that one's pretty dope. This is my favorite one. The next one we're gonna see is the Titans. Oh, actually, sorry. Before I move on to the Titans, here's a full shot or full body photo of Deathstroke that I think Zack Snyder released on Vero. He's almost from head to shin. You can see his whole full body. Oh, here you go. You can see the ninja sword that you see in CW, where it has a ninja style handle. I don't know what you call that, but it has that right there on the left sword, and right next to the kitchen knife sword. But yeah, I totally love this. It looks more legit than the TV version, and it looks like he really kills. So I would not go near this guy. All right, so moving on, let's go to the man of the hour, the Titans Deathstroke. And this is the Deathstroke we're going to be seeing on September 2nd, I believe, Labor Day weekend. And we're at, right, Labor Day weekend, I think. And right after Labor Day weekend. And yeah, right off the bat, the huge difference is the color. There's a lot of blue in this one. I'm not sure if it's the lighting of this poster or not, but there is definitely a lot of blue. That looks like they're moving away from the black and really utilizing the blue a lot, of the navy blue, and the right eye. See, this is the right eye that I was talking about. So the right eye in this one is not covered, and he has like a red light in his eye. So Deathstroke lost his eye, and so for this one, I'm assuming he has like a robot eye, maybe, or maybe that's just the helmet. Maybe the helmet connects to his nerves in his eye, and maybe that helps him. But yeah, that's a small detail there. And the chest is a little different for me. This looks like the vest that Christian Bale wore in Batman before he spray painted it on. That's what it looks like. That's what the armor looks like to me for spelunking. I think that's what you call it. And it's all right. I still like the Justice League version better. The shoulder pads really stand out in this one. It's really big, and it looks like if he goes like this, I feel like the shoulder pads will touch his neck. So that looks kind of funky to me. And again, the shoulder pads has ammo or canisters, bombs, so that looks good. The wrist armor looks cool as well. And then his sword looks actually a lot smaller than the TV version. We didn't really get to see the actual sword, but this one looks really small, honestly. Maybe it's just a poster, but it looks small to me. And then you see another. Looks like a machete weapon on his hip, and then there's another machete on his left hip, and then there's like another weapon on his right hip. I'm not sure if that's another knife or like a gun, but we don't see any guns in this one. Which is, yeah, we don't see any guns at all in any of these Deathstrokes. Yeah, he doesn't rock guns. Okay, and then what else do we see? We see this one doesn't have. This one does have some damage on his armor as well. His shoulder pads, you could definitely see like a bullet hole on the left shoulder pad, on the way like more towards the bottom, and it's a little scratched on the outside of it. And there's a huge scratch as well on the edge, on the corner of his shoulder pad. It looks like he got into like in a sword fight. And his neck armor as well, there's some like bullet holes or like some cracks on there as well. So the small little details on this Deathstroke, you could definitely see more of it. His hockey mask, or his mask or whatever, looks like it's like slashed. Like there's like two cuts right where his mouth is, I believe, and then there's like a huge like dent on his like more towards like his hairline on the top of his head. So if you compare the Titans Deathstroke in the trailer compared to the poster, you could definitely see a lot of difference. The eye glows in the dark, so we definitely know that that lights up. And he looks a lot more skinnier than he does on the poster. And his armor, you can't really tell that is blue. Some of it looks like maybe like black, or maybe like matte black, but you can't really tell that there's some blue in there. But you can definitely see the orange. The orange is very minimal in this one, or actually it's not that minimal. It's a lot of orange. I think the one that had the least amount of orange was the Arrowverse Deathstroke. So there's a huge difference when you see Deathstroke at night compared to during the day. But overall, I mean, I think what we have in the Titans is a lot better. It's a huge upgrade from the Arrowverse Deathstroke. And I you know, if we're not gonna get the movie verse, I think this one's fine. I think I like this one a lot. But I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Which Deathstroke costume is your favorite? And are you going to be tuning in to this season's Titans Season 2? Are you guys excited for it? And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.